There is no secret. It's all in the work. You got to roll up your sleeves and you got to do the work.
You can't do good business sitting on your backside.
Hey y'all, I'm Kendrick Shope. Now I know what you might be thinking. Oh great, here comes another person telling me a ton of skill sets that I need to run a successful business. But not so quick. I'm gonna share with you today a no BS, true way to make money in your business.
The aggressor is out there. So how will you get what you want? We are diving in deep today, women. So last week we aired a show about why you need to understand men like Donald Trump in order to get what you want, in order to navigate this game of life, right? We talked about that Donald Trump is not an isolated example, that men like Donald Trump are everywhere. And we've had so many questions come in about this that I decided to do a part 2 so that you can identify when you come into contact with the aggressor. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Please, if I ran into Donald Trump on the street, I would know it. And of course you would. But these men are everywhere and they're not all bad. So we need to make sure that you, smart, beautiful lady, can identify the aggressor so that you know exactly when to use those selling skills to get what you want. Now, again, I have made Donald Trump the face of the aggressor. Whether that's good or bad, I'm not sure. But I want you to understand that this personality is not bad. Donald Trump gets a lot of negative media attention, and he is a fantastic example of being an aggressor for so many reasons. But my father is an aggressor as well, and he's not near as controversial as Donald Trump. So we have to look at this with an open mind and realize that the men we come into contact with who we are going to deem the aggressor may not necessarily be the ass also. That's a category all by itself. So what's the first thing you need to know? Who is the aggressor, right? We talked about Donald Trump. You know, you see a lot of aggressors in business. You see a lot of aggressors in leadership positions. Most CEOs that are male are going to have at least 50% of this in their personality makeup. It is driven. It is get stuff done. So you're going to come into contact with these people. You may even be like me and be married to an aggressor. Again, not all bad. I'm certainly not married to Donald Trump, but not all bad. So women, no matter where you are, no matter if you are a business bombshell, or if you are a stay-at-home mom, or if you are working at the church social, or if you are we're going to have to cut that because I lost my train of thought. Hang on, Nancy. So women, no matter who you are, no matter if you are the business bombshell or the stay-at-home mom or the corporate queen or the church-working social woman, the point here is men who are in charge are likely to be an aggressor. Okay? So now you know who the aggressor is. You know, the CEOs, the people in charge typically are going to have this in their personality. So let's talk about how you identify them. Last week, we talked about how to work around this aggressor to get what you want in your life and your business. But today, I want to describe these men to you. This man, this aggressor, always thinks he's right. He has a need to be the thought leader. Doesn't like for you to correct him. He doesn't have a lot of time. He's always busy. He's always got something more pressing. Everything is always feels like an emergency to him. He doesn't like for his values to be challenged. He likes straightforward, expects to win. This is classic fight or flight reptilian brain. This is what personality aspects you should look out for when you are trying to decide if the person blocking you from getting what you want is the aggressor. Now, let's talk about some of the cons of dealing with people like this. You know, the cons are this person is going to have a really hard time letting you be right. Even if they are wrong, they're going to have a hard time saying they're sorry. They're going to be really good if you allow them to make you feel unimportant, to make you feel small, not capable. These men don't control their tongue well. They aren't very conscious of anything from the neck down. They are ego-driven. They think with their head. This whole women's intuition thing, they don't get it. They're going to be the hardest to get to, the hardest to get past the gatekeeper because they're always busy. And unfortunately, they may do a lot of things or say some things that are politically incorrect. And you, as the woman, have to decide your comfort level with that. I'm not suggesting that you make peace with being sexually harassed. That's not what I'm saying. But these men are going to be the ones when you're in a room full of men, even if you are a CEO, this man's going to ask you to go get the coffee because you're a woman. Like it or not, that's the way it is. So these are the cons of dealing with these men. The aggressor is out there, ladies. How will you identify them? How will you navigate them to get what you want? Now, although there are cons, just like every one of the personality traits we're going to talk about on Sell Like a Woman, the podcast, there are pros. And here are the pros of dealing with this person. If you go into battle, this is the person you want by your side. This person is going to win. They get their stuff done. They have big charisma, big personalities. They can make you feel safe. And for a lot of women who aren't ready to step into their power, this person plays the hero very well. You know, if you charge up all your credit cards and go shopping all the time like I did when I was first out of college and was on my own and just charge, this person can rush in and save the day with a check. This person wins. They're good to have by your side. But really, it's important for you women to understand the psychology of what's going on in this person's head, in this man's head. So we talked about the cons of dealing with the aggressor. We talked about who the aggressor is, right? We talked about the pros, but it's important for all of us to understand what's going on behind closed doors. You cannot sell anybody on anything until you understand their needs, right? So let's talk about the aggressor's needs. Now, women, you may be thinking, I don't care what their needs are. But remember, these people are going to be in your path. They are going to block you from getting what you want. So understanding this simply empowers you, beautiful woman. It simply empowers you to sell like a woman to get anything you want. That's why I'm so passionate about this. So these people crave respect. The aggressor needs to feel special. They need to feel in charge. Sometimes the aggressor needs to create fear to be important. Remember, we said everything is an emergency. And you see this with Donald Trump, right? We got to build a wall. We got to keep everybody out. We got to blah, blah, blah. I mean, everything is an emergency. That from Ivanka's clothes getting pulled from Nordstrom is an emergency. Everything. But this person is also protective. And this is innate in men. Steve Harvey talks about this in one of his books. Men have the need to protect women, right? And you may be thinking, I don't need to be protected. But again, this is not about that. It's about you understanding. This person is like my father and believes that the world is not safe and around every corner is a threat to his baby girl who's 40. This person is like my husband who thinks that every decision needs to be a joint decision to make sure that we're all on the same page, to make sure that I don't make some stupid mistake. Again, these people aren't bad people. It's just their personality. These people also can be paranoid. They can think everybody's out to get them, that nobody is as smart as them, that everybody's an idiot, and you only have value if you can make money. This is what's going on in the psychology of their brain. They appear very confident. However, sometimes these people are really not confident at all. They are relying on you to make them feel important. They need self-esteem. They need their ego to be stroked. They need external means. They need to feel powerful, and they need to feel supported. So what does all this mean for you, hot mama? It means that now you have somewhat of an understanding of what the aggressor is. You know that the aggressor is likely going to be in a position of power, a CEO, a principal, a superintendent. And I'm here to tell you that if you look at the statistics across the world, and especially in the United States, these men are the people in power without a doubt. It's why we have such a small rate of women in Congress. It's why we have a declining rate of women as CEOs, because we don't know how to deal with these people. Well, not anymore, because that's not okay. The aggressor is out there. The aggressor isn't bad, it just is. So how will you, beautiful woman, navigate the aggressor to get what you want? Step number one. You know, I like steps here. I call this Obamifying everything. I tell my lady clients, when you are speaking, you want to Obamify things. Obama was great. Like him, don't like him, I don't care. But Obama was great at number one, number two, number three, drop the mic. Number one, number two, number three, just listing makes it so much easier to follow. So step number one is understanding where you're likely to run into contact with these people, and that is in powerful positions. Step number two is understanding that these people use their most basic fight or flight to survive, and it's worked out well for them. They use their reptilian brain. They focus on this, on the space between their ears, right? And it's worked out well for them. Step number three is understanding that these men need to be the thought leader. They don't like for you to correct them. They don't like to be told. They like to be asked. They like for options to be presented. They don't like to be challenged. And they like straightforward examples. They like for you to be there on time. They like their I's dotted and T's crossed. However, one of the cons of these people, step number four, is they may not be the absolute best at dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. They may have big picture items, but they need somebody else to dot the I's and cross the T's for them. Another con is this person, if you allow them to, will bulldoze you. Pure, plain, and simple. If you don't know how to navigate this person and you run into them, you're going to get flattened. You are not going to get what you want. You're going to feel small, you're going to feel weak, and you're going to think they're a total ass. This person can be hurtful. This person may say inappropriate stuff. The aggressor is out there, y'all. That's the 4 steps. Now let's go to step number 5. Understanding the pros, right? Because everything in life has pros and cons. This person is a great person to have on your side. You win this person, you got a friend for life. They are the person you want to take into battle. They can make you feel safe. They can rush in and save you if you want to be saved. You see, this person at his most basic form, and this is step number 6, needs to feel valued, needs to feel important, gets their self-esteem through external means. And when you understand how to navigate this personality, nothing can stop you from getting what you want. Now, you may be thinking, okay, Kendrick, great. So I think I understand how to recognize this person, but how do I sell this person? How do I talk to this person to get what I want? You listened to last week's podcast, because that's exactly what we talked about. We gave you a 3-step plan for how to navigate the aggressor to get what you want. So I did these backwards. I really should have done this one first so you know how to recognize. Women, men are just people, right? They're very different from us, but understanding the different types of personalities that you're going to come into contact with is essential to getting what you want, to breaking through the glass ceiling. The aggressor is out there. Now you can recognize him. Now you can know how to sell him to get what you want. I believe in you, and I believe in your ability to create anything you want in your life. Go do it.